is Cool FAB-Racing.
Strange old lineup, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems strange. It's normal in any other form of motor racing, but it's a bit different in this one, isn't it?
It is indeed. But no, I think Sean is very good at starting his Sean.
Well, let's see how things go. Lights out, and away we go for the final pit bike open race. Jay King makes a belter of a start, but has nowhere to use it. That means Cameron Horseman leads in towards turn one. Jay King holds on to second place, and then it is going to be Sean Whittaker into third position. So he's lost a place off the start, has the number 12, as they go up the straight and in towards the right-hander for the first time of asking that sweeping right-hand bed. So an absolutely brilliant getaway then from the number 72 of Cameron Horseman. And look at the lead already, Sophie McGinn, that he's got.
I think he's going to walk away with this quite happily.
Stop nicking the sorry, I apologise.
Leicester nicking the Maltesers again.
I know, I apologise. I know it's not the most paramount thing that's on discussion within Cool Fab.
Look at Jay King and Sean Whittaker there just going through the top chicane. Sean is putting the pressure on Jay.
It's really impressive to see. Oh, we've got a bike that stops in the far end of the circuit as well. Can't quite see who that is from this angle. It's just a case of a mechanical fault, not a crash. Or so we would be led to believe. So good to see that they're now back out and ready on the motorcycle. So Cameron Horseman out in front, Jamie King in second place, Sean Whittaker into third position. Ben Pascoe as well, nice to see him out on track. Have you raced with Ben before?
I haven't raced with Ben, no.
No, I was going to say, I didn't recognise the name before, I've got to be honest with you. And, I recognise Jay King. Meanwhile, speaking of Jay King, he's really under pressure from Sean Whittaker.
And
look
at the inside.
Every time he does that on the brakes, I can't believe how deep he goes there on the brakes. It's unbelievable.
He is very good.
Very, very impressive. Meanwhile, Moto team honours, that is currently falling to Tony Campana Jr. with Fraser Kinnaird with 0.4 of a second for company.
I know, I'm so used to speaking to his dad on the podium, so it threw me a little bit when Tony Campana Jr. came down.
You might be able to help me out with this as well. So,
yes.
that is the Tony Campana Jr. and Senior father and son,
yes.
Which is fine. What about Alistair Kinnaird and Fraser Kinnaird? Because I always get those two mixed up.
I know. I don't know whether they are brothers or it is the old father-son combo again. That I don't really want to say, but...
No. I have to say, though, Fraser Kinnaird, fair play to him as well, because he was out in India the last time we spoke, in Jaipur. And he's come back on this weekend.
I think they are brothers. They've just been given a bit of a brother's nod. That's all right, then.
There we are. That makes sense. There we go. Now we know. The more you know. Meanwhile...
I am a bit jealous of Fraser's leathers, though, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Fraser Kinnaird's leathers. Have a little look at them when he comes back round.
Oh, because they're multicoloured.
Yeah.
They're the loudest leathers I've ever seen in my life.
They're very 80s vibe leathers. I like them.
I know. Not the sort of thing that you would generally see on the market today, is it? They're all a bit more standard today.
I'd definitely wear a set like that.
I like a good set of loud leathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? So it is still Cameron Horseman. He's out in front by a long, long way in the lead of this race. Sean Whittaker still holding on to second place, and Jamie King giving him absolute hell for leather through the final corner. Those two go, but no way through for King to be able to use it and try and make an advantage over Sean Whittaker. Fifth place at the moment, fifth place I should say rather, Fraser Kinnaird, and then comes Keith Bolton by the looks of things. It looks like we might have lost Dan Mills from that little battle as well, and I think that, Fraser Kinnaird is still out in front in the Moto team category, which is great to see. But there was somebody else who's not maybe on the transponder that is out there within the race. Give you more information on that.
Oh, have we lost Tony? Tony Campana.
Oh, there he is. There we are. Yeah, we have. That's the one. So Tony Campana Jr. out of this race on the number 19. I did wonder where he'd gone. And unfortunately, he is no longer within this Pit Bike Open 140 Moto Team race, whatever it's called. I can't remember half the time, to be honest. I can't remember my own name half the time.
Sean is just getting caught up behind a back marker just going down to the bottom straight there, which gives Jay King the advantage to try and dive up the inside.
Absolutely. I'm sure you've raced with Jay King a few times in the other championship, haven't you?
He's a quick guy. He doesn't hold off either, which is good.
I have to say, I've got a lot of respect for him, and I owe him a lot of thanks as well, because he gave us a funnel this morning to fill up our generator with, which we're very grateful for, which means if we do go off air, that's the generator that's caused us to, just so we're all aware. But Sean Whittaker out in front, apologies, I should say, Cameron Horseman out in front, then comes Sean Whittaker, 0.2 of a second separating Sean Whittaker and Jamie King. Ian Denny as well, holding on to 12th position, which is soon to become 11th, I'm sure, because he's really closing up the gap against Bob Lister in 11th place, and not a name I'm too familiar with is Bob, but I think Tony Campana Jr. is out in this race, might be having some transponder issues, because as they come across the line, there is Tony, and there is Fraser, so yes, transponder issues it must be. So the lead of the Moto team category is going to be Tony Campana Jr. then, by the looks of things. There we go. Ben Pascoe also holding on to a very good 4th position so far within this race. It's good to see that some new names within the Cool Fab Racing paddock as well, and things have been going from strength to strength really with the championship so far, haven't they? And
they have indeed, yes. It's nice to see, especially quite a few of the pit bike guys that I know that I race with, and they have obviously come over and are trying out Cool Fab, but it's great to see.
Exactly, yeah. Sean Whittaker, best lap actually last time around as well by the looks of things, a 45.774, which is just mega pace really around here on one of those bikes. And I mean, do you know the difference between the Pit Bike 140 and the Moto team machines at all?
Slightly. I know with the Moto team bikes, they are obviously, they have pit bike engines in them, so similar engine size, but they are obviously more of your road bike style, so they have the race shift on them as well, which makes it slightly different. So rather than going one down and the rest of the gears up, it's one up and the rest of the gears down.
All right, there we go. Interesting.
Slightly different.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've never raced a bike with I think they're called transverse boxes or something like that, aren't they? Yeah. Never raced with one of those.
Yeah, they confuse me quite a bit actually.
Yeah, shift up for going down.
Yeah.
Wonder why it was revving the nuts off it.
It's better when you're in the corners because you can literally hook a gear up as you're coming out of a corner. So it makes it a bit easier rather than trying to bend your foot down to change down. So it's all good.
There we go, the more you know, hey. Meanwhile, Ashley Errington in the Pit Bike 140 category has got himself ahead of Dean Waite in the Moto team field, which is great to see, but still out in front, Cameron Horseman. We've not really mentioned him that much through the race, but just cleared off out in front, hasn't he?
He has.
Very, very impressive. 0.6 of a second separating Sean Whittaker and Jamie King in 2nd and 3rd position in the Pit Bike 140 podium. Moto team podium currently comprised of Tony Campana Jr., Fraser Kinnaird and Keith Bolton as well. Good to see Keith. I caught up with him in a Spa petrol station, you know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we ended up bumping into him there. He was we were having a little bit of a natter about the racing.
Oh.
Very nice it was too.
That's good. It's strange to not see, obviously, Abs Thomas out there.
Yes, yeah, we saw her making her debut last time out at Wilson Mill, but she had a nasty crash during the week, didn't she?
Yeah, she was practicing at Wilton Mill on Tuesday night and had a little bit of an off. But I know she is actually racing at Wilton Mill this weekend for an endurance race. So sending all the best luck to Abs.
There we go. Wonderful. So with regards to an endurance race, how long is said endurance race?
4 hours.
4 hours? I presume she's not riding for the entire 4 hours.
No, you have a team.
Oh, there you go. That's handy.
I think it's 3 or 4 riders, 2 bikes in the team.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's great.
Sounds like good fun, actually.
Yeah, I took part last year. And it absolutely threw it down the whole time.
The whole time. And I heard Wilson Mill's like sheet ice when it rains.
It is, yeah.
So you were a bit wet?
Yeah, just a little.
Always good fun. Meanwhile, an absolute train of riders going through the right hand. And meanwhile, Fraser Kinnair's got himself ahead of Tony Campana Jr. They're side by side going through turn 3 as they go out of view of our commentary position. I don't know whether Tony Campana Jr. was able to make the move ahead. Let's have a look and see. As they go into the sweeping right-hander. Meanwhile, Jay King has dropped off the back of Sean Whittaker. Gap now up to 1.7 seconds at the last time of asking. Final lap board has been displayed, by the way, so this is the last lap of racing for these riders to contend with. Fraser Kinnaird still out in front in the Pit Bike Open category, and it looks like Tony Campana Jr. has either lost it at one of the corners or he's lost a lot of time because he is nowhere near Fraser Kinnaird at the moment. So where has Tony Campana Jr. gone? For the lead of the Moto team category. This is going to be a disaster for the number 19 if it doesn't pull off for him, I'm afraid to say. We'll give you more information on that as soon as we can. Meanwhile, coming around the final corner now, it's going to be 3 out of 3 for Cameron Horseman. A brilliant victory for the number 72. Second place is going to go to Sean Whittaker as he comes into the final corner, and across the line goes number 12 of Sean Whittaker. A well-deserved podium. I'm sure he'll be absolutely thrilled with that. Then it's Jay King in third position on the Pit Bike 140 podium. In terms of the Moto team podium, well, that comes straight up next, and it's going to be Fraser Kinnaird, Keith Bolton and Dan Mills, according to our timing screens. We haven't seen or heard from Tony Campana Jr. since a lap ago, so I do wonder whether...
This is Cool Fab Racing.